Hi, it's Anne, and today I'm in the Wealth Kitchen, and I wanted to share with you about how to get started in investing. I get a lot of questions from people of how to actually make that first step, that first action of just getting started investing, specifically in the stock market, and not necessarily what should they invest in and what specific stocks or shares, but more how to take that first step where there's a lot of sort of fear about getting it wrong or maybe going to mess up. So I was thinking about this and I realized, getting started in investing is pretty much like learning anything new. And so I thought we'd come into my little kitchen here in Paris today, and I wanted to share with you some of my journey around making macaroons. Now, for a lot of people, think macaroons is a pretty complicated and it's quite easy to get wrong. But I had a bit of an obsession that I wanted to get macaroons right. And so what did I do? I set off, and firstly, I got knowledge. This was the key first thing. I had first discovered what is a macaroon, what goes into them, what's the basic ingredients, what should they look like at the end. So I got a section of books, and I've got a pile of these books. So I got the biggest, heaviest one because I thought, that one should actually have my information. Get some books. And then get some ingredients. So I now understood, macaroons involve almonds and various other things. And what other tools did I need? I need an oven, I need a certain temperature, I need a tray to place these things out on. But most importantly, I then took the second key step. So first key step is just get some knowledge. Went on the internet, researched, got some recipes, look at instructions. So the next key step was actually to take action. I can research and look at all the recipes I like, all the pictures, but I know that until I actually get in the kitchen and I actually start trying this thing for myself, nothing's going to happen. Now, I want to warn you, just like making macaroons, investing, it can first start going, okay, I'm excited, I've done a bit of research, got some knowledge, I'm going to start. And when you start, suddenly a whole lot of gobbledygook gets thrown at you and you go, oh, this is really confusing. A bit like the time when I first got here to Paris, I decided I was still on my macaroon mission, and I decided to get one of these sort of instant happiness boxes where it already has it measured out, the various ingredients, so I knew I couldn't go wrong there. And on the back, there's all instructions. The problem is they're in French. And for a lot of people, when they first start investing, it can feel like French when they go onto that online broker and try and select what they need to go in. So just hang in there. And in this case, when I first tried one of these box macaroons, I carefully typed all the bits of French into Google Translate. And I certainly raised some eyebrows, and I got a bit of an understanding why maybe French are so passionate about their cooking. Because there on Google Translate, it clearly said I needed to mount the egg whites until stiff. Well, I thought that's interesting. But the great part is, whether it's making macaroons or investing, there are going to be some confusions. There's going to be opportunities to laugh, but you'll work your way through that language. So just get started. Now, my first batch of macaroons, I have to share with you, was a complete disaster. I ended up with these flying saucers. These flat things, they tasted fantastic, but looked horrendous. Fortunately, my nephew was staying with me at the time, so I could pack them into his lunchbox. But the thing is, I didn't sort of go, okay, well, macaroons aren't for me. That is it. I went, oh, there's something I haven't got perfect yet. And this is what's really key, is the second and the third point. So we've got knowledge, get information. Second, get over your need for perfection. Just start. You're never going to know anything until you're actually trying. The third one is then practice. Learn from those mistakes. Learn from how it looks out. As I said, my macaroons tasted great, but they didn't look fantastic. So that's going to be the same when you first start investing. You're going to make the first thing. Maybe that first investment isn't going to have as high a return as you had hoped or expected. You then go back and look, okay, do I need to tweak this ingredient? Maybe the temperature or the type of ingredient I put into that wealth pot, into that investment, needs adjusting. Go back to that book and go, let me learn about, what else could I do or change in this side? And so practice, practice, practice. Because the reality is none of us start off being great at anything. I didn't pop out of my mum's womb being great at investing in the stock market. It's been a journey, and I constantly am learning, and I know that I still will. There's still some investments that aren't as great as maybe they could have been, but I learn and keep going. So the whole thing is just keep practicing and let it be messy and keep going. You know, so my next batch of macaroons, and then I made something else up and learned from that and kept going. And then the final point that I really want to add is it's your whole attitude towards it. Let this be fun and watch the meaning you're giving it. Absolutely, we want to get our money working hard for us, and it's really important that we do by taking these actions. But let this be an adventure, let this be a discovery, and that's why it's so important to get going with wherever we're at, because we use a small amount of ingredients first and learn, and so we can adjust as we go. We don't wait until we've got a huge sum of money and then do it all in one fell swoop, which is seriously risky. So let this be fun, let this be an adventure. Notice the meaning you're giving to investing. So really, just to recap on that, the key things about getting started in investing. First is just get some knowledge. Go online, watch some YouTube videos, get a book, find a teacher, take a course. Then, key one is actually do it. Take some action, make that first batch of investments, and then the next one is learn as you go. Go back, see how they worked, adjust, change your strategy, do some more learning. And the fourth one is just your attitude. Keep making it fun, seeing it as adventure, and watch your wealth grow. So thank you for sharing my macaroons and getting started in the stock market today. And I really would love to hear what action you're going to take. You know, which step of that? Are you needing to get some knowledge, or maybe you've got a lot of knowledge and you're just needing to take that action? Come and share that with me. And you know, if you're watching this video anywhere else than on Wealth Snacks at www.thewealthchef.com, then head over there, because that's where all the action's happening, and there's lots of other juicy tidbits to get you going. So come and join me there, and most importantly, just get cooking, get your wealth working for you. Bye for now.